Dubious ones, welcome back to the channel for some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Today we are going over costs and what we've seen so far from ranked play in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. We want to see how much points cost and what characters you're going to be able to use on your teams in ranked play. So let's take a quick look here as we've got translated through, this is from the Tokyo Game Show 2024, where they did some ranked streams. And this is from an earlier one from a few days ago. This was from a week ago, 8 days ago. This is the only one that I saw that had closed captions that you could translate to English here. So this is giving us the best we can for seeing what certain point values are going to look like, or at least knowing what we're starting with. So here they let you know. They want you to select a character from within the game. Yes, understand. The times rules is shown as above. Each character has a cost assigned to them, so please choose one that fits within the total cost of the 15 for your team. So again, we're seeing we get 15 total points for a team to be on your team to play with, and each character will have a different value. So you know, characters like Whis, or super strong characters like a Super Saiyan maxed out Gogeta, like Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, or maxed out Brolly, or characters like that are going to have very high costs. Ultra Instinct Gokus, Beeruses, all those kinds of characters, hits, and Gerons, everybody else are going to have very high costs associated to them. We don't know the exact costs, as unfortunately in any of the character select screens, I've never actually seen a cost related to them. These little 7 stars here I thought did relate to them, but they all have 7 stars. This is actually just their proficiency level that you get with each character that goes up as you play with them throughout the game. But yeah, so let's take a look here so we can get a little bit of the point values that we get for some of the characters. So it says you can choose up to 5 characters, but if you choose a character with a cost of 10, the rest will be taken care of. Yes, the cost is 5. Yeah, so I learned last time, so yes, I'm... The guy's saying he's aware from last time. I'm going to put in a low-cost character, and I'm going to put in a solid leader. Last time he went up with a higher cost character, so there you go. So he has just these 2. This ate up all 15 of his points too here. So what he has is a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, fully transformed already, and he has a Super Saiyan adult Gohan here. So again, this to me, not the strongest team you could make when you could have a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, a Jiren, a Beerus, a Whis, Vegito, Super Saiyan Blue. Like, these are characters that are going to cost a lot, which means you're not going to be able to even team them likely with a Super Saiyan Gohan or a Super Saiyan Gotenks. You might have to go with the very base form. If you're lucky, you might be able to, say, get a Gogeta in their base form with, say, with like a base Trunks and a base Goten to be able to fuse them into Gotenks and go through all that, because it costs less to have the characters not in their evolved forms and actually transforming during the match. But as you can see here, I believe it's Super Saiyan Gohan that costs 7, and Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks that costs 8 points. So yes, we're going to see that right here. It says, yes, I do have these 2 look strong with 7 and 8. It's probably 15. Yeah, so this is their 15 points. So Super Saiyan 2 costs 7. So this is Super Saiyan 2 apparently Gohan, or it could just be a mistranslation. But if that is, I guess this doesn't look like Super Saiyan 2 to me, but if it is, there you go. Super Saiyan 2 costs 7, and here's Super Saiyan 3 costs 5 for Gotenks. Wait, what? Oh, no, sorry. Super Saiyan 3 with Gotenks, so that 5, it's supposed to be Gotenks. It's just mistranslating the name here. But this costs 8. So yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is costing 8, which is exactly 15. This is certainly the strongest in the original work. I have a feeling that it's a pretty strong character you've chosen. Good point. So anyways, this is giving you the idea here that for the mix and matches of teams you're going to be able to have here, this is taking up just these 2 characters, taking up your full 15 points. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit to give you more of an idea of what some other characters cost. So let's see what the other player had chosen. We get to see that. So on the other team, we have a base form Vegeta. Did they already pick? Maybe I can go to the picking screen if it's if it was before this. Do we get to see them picking their team? It does not look like we do. Okay. So they had a Vegeta. And then let's see who beyond Vegeta was on their team. Okay, we're not seeing. So here we see a team with a Vegito on it, though. So what did they make their team? Let's see what the point total was here. Okay, Brolly, Super Saiyan 7. Oh, Brolly is so good. Metal Cooler is 7. 7, there's a lot of options. Vegito is 2. So apparently Vegito's 7. It's expensive. It's overcost. Normal Vegito or normal Vegito. Okay, so you pick normal Vegito. You can transform from a Super Saiyan. Okay, so base form Vegito apparently is costing the same as Super Saiyan, I guess that was 2, Adult Gohan. That's interesting because I would think this character would be much more expensive. So that's good to know. Vegito costs 7. Again, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is 8. Let's get into some more characters. Because obviously, as you can see, you can transform into blue if you go with base form when you get your abilities up. But that's not what we're covering here. Let's see some more team compositions. Okay, so here's a good one where he's picking a team of 3. So, Pan and Videl are 5 points, right? This is 3 and 2 if you stack it up. So Pan and Videl together are 5 points. So he's going with Videl and Pan. I'm guessing Videl is 2 points and Pan is 3 if Pan can go Super Saiyan. I'm not sure. It could be inversed. The remaining cost is 10. So he's got 10 points left here, and who does he go with? Is there one character that costs 10 points? He's picking a character he's predicting that he'd like to use. Yes, Beerus. So there you go. This tells you right here, Beerus costs 10. 3 is the highest, making it the strongest number. Wow, this is greedy team. So, okay, so there you go. Beerus costs 10, which tells me that Whis is going to cost at minimum 10, if not an 11 or 12. And I would think Ultra Instinct Goku, if you go the full form and not Ultra Instinct Sign, I'm guessing you're going to be costing 10 points as well. Ultra Instinct full Goku might even be beyond 10. It might be Sign might cost 10 as well. And then Whis, I would imagine it's maybe 11 points. Could be 10 as well, but 10 is a very, very expensive character. So we know now Beerus costs 10 points out of your 15. So let's take a look at some more teams. I don't know how many more teams we get here. Okay, yeah, so here's another one. Let's take a look here. Fast forward. So we get base form Vegeta. Base form Vegeta, which can turn into Super Vegeta, but cannot go Super Saiyan Blue. But this Vegeta, how much is it costing? When I thought about it, I realized that this late Z version of Vegeta is the latter half of Z. If it's normal version, the cost is 5. Okay, so this character costs 5, so that's fair. If it can't go to Super Saiyan Blue, I would say that's a very fair 5 points, if not even maybe expensive. But I mean, we'll see what other characters cost. But this Vegeta costing 5, I think that's fair. Because then you could put on a... you could pair it with a Goku that could go either Vegito or Gogeta with him. And then you have a very strong character, but then that would still be costing you 10 points. And I'm guessing that Gogeta would actually be cheaper if you got him by himself. So maybe that is actually a little expensive. Let's see who he picks for the rest of his team. So let's see here. Second person they're going to pick is from the movie. So they're picking base Cooler. And this is also a normal Cooler. Yes, I see. Cooler is also a character that can transform. Yes, that's right. You can go as far as Metal Cooler. This is Cooler's final form. Yes, he is in his final form. Metal Cooler is another character. Yes, there is one more person they wanted. So I believe Cooler was cost... Okay, so Cooler costs 6. So Cooler in this form costs 6. Vegeta costs 5. So they have 4 points left. So who is the final character they picked for 4 points? Tapion. Okay, so they picked Tapion for 4 points. So that ate up their 15 points. So that gives you an idea. His base form Cooler is a 6-point character, Vegeta a 5. But I just see Vegeta and Goku together would be 10 points. If Beerus is 10, that tells me a Vegito or Goku in base form would be less than 10. So it would be more expensive to take the 2 regular characters and fuse them. I understand they're a little stronger that way, but that's interesting. I thought a good way to do it was to pick the 2 other characters as opposed to the already fused character. It's interesting. I do understand they do get more health and some more buffs if you transform them in match as opposed to picking them ahead of time. But that's interesting. I still think that's an expensive cost for the base characters at 5 points. So, of course, Vegeta being a strong character. And Cooler, again, 6 points, that's expensive as well. Cooler, as we've seen when they transform, though, Cooler looks super cool, so we'll just get a quick look at that. See the transform. I love that transformation when he gets the Shredder mask on. I think this is a really cool transformation. It looks really awesome. My opinion here, pretty cool transformation. Get the Shredder mask on him. I think that's dope. So I understand why they're why it's costing 6, because it's a strong character. In this form should be like equivalent of a Super Saiyan or maybe a little bit weaker. So that's basically, I think, from this video. I think most of the point totals it's showing. I don't think we get point totals here. I think it's just them playing. Yeah, I think it's just them playing after that. So I'm going to skip into the next video that does not have the closed captions for us, but gives us an idea of the strengths of the teams we can have. So let's see who they pick on their teams. I think they had predetermined teams of 3. So as we can see here, before we get into the match, sorry. So the streamer on the left's team has Cooler, as we know, is 6 points. Vegeta base form, I'm guessing again, is 5 points, and I'm guessing base Gohan here is 4 points then. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. I understand this one's got a halo, so I don't think it's any cheaper. And then here we've got Super Saiyan 3 already transformed Goku. So I'm guessing that's got to be, what, 7 points? How much was Gotenks Super Saiyan 3? I think that was 7 points. Maybe that was 8. No, that was 8 points. So maybe he's 8 points. And then we've got young Trunks and young Goten here. So again, I'm guessing they're maybe 3 points each as a solo. Maybe Trunks is 4 for some reason. But either way, you can see whatever combination here. If he's 8 points, then that would leave them 7 points remaining. So you'd have a 4 and a 3. Otherwise, if he's 9 points, then they would have 3 and 3. Or they could be 4 and 4 and he's worth 7 points. But you get the idea here for your 15-point combinations. You're not going to have these crazy 15-point teams. And I do want to show you a full match, but it's not this one. It's actually one when we get the Ginyu Force. It's between 2 of the other ones, but we'll show you another example of the teams here as they match up here. So these guys here, we get a team of Beerus, who we already know. So we already saw this team making up the 15-point team of 3 points, 2 points, and 10 points. Here, Super Saiyan Vegito, I'm guessing that has to be, what, 9 points? You know, Beerus is 10, maybe that's 8 points. Hercule, I'm going to guess, is 3 points. So if that's 3 points, say that's 8 points. 4 points for a Beerus? Or not Beerus, what am I saying, Beerus? Majin Buu in this form? I gotta imagine Majin Buu's at least 5 points. So if we go 5 points, then what, 2 points for Hercule? Or Mr. Satan? So you get 8 points for Super Saiyan Vegito in that regard then. So I'm thinking Super Saiyan Vegito might be that if it's 8 points, whereas a regular base Vegeta's 5, you might be better just picking that Super Saiyan Vegeta or Vegito. I really need to see the points breakdown. It's really frustrating that we haven't seen it in any of the character select screens yet. But again, giving you an idea here. So again, we have these teams, but I really want to show you when we can finally get a 5-person team, what it looks like here. So we're getting 2 of these pros that we have playing the ranked play that they're showing off of Sparking Zero. So these 2 teams are very interesting. As we have the 2-person team of Vegito, base form Vegito, and then Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which tells me that with the base Vegito, you don't have enough points for Goten and Trunks together. Like, it costs more to have, I don't know, because I would opt for that, so I get the stronger combination team, personally, if I had the points for it. So I don't know if Super Saiyan base Trunks, we already know he's, what, 8 points? I believe he was 8 points. So that means base form Vegito's only 7? That's nuts. That's nuts that the transformation's worth that many extra points. That, if base form Vegito at 7 points, to me is a way better pick than getting Goku and Vegeta then at base form and doing the transformation. You have to see how much of a bonus that stuff gives you. Because if that would eat 10 points, whereas this is only eating 7 points, I think I would just take this and then have some other cool guys on the team. But this is what you can see. You get 2 people on the team, or you're getting the entire Ginyu Force, which tells me each character is worth 3, or someone in here is worth 2, and maybe Captain Ginyu's worth 4 points. But otherwise, if they're each worth 3 points, you're able to get the whole Ginyu Force on your team. Perfect. Awesome. And I'm going to show off this matchup here, because you're going to see what the difference is between having 2 very strong characters versus 5 weaker characters, and what's worth it to you. And this is mainly going out to those who would be thinking about maybe maining like Whis or maybe Ultra Instinct Goku or one of the most expensive characters. Any of the most expensive characters, really. Sorry, see if we get the quality any better. Nah, it's max quality. But it just really wanting to show off here because these are 2 of the better players of the Sparking Zero that they had for the Tokyo Game Show here when showing off the ranked play. So out of these teams, obviously, you're going to expect Vegito and Gotenks to just demolish the Ginyu Force, right? Just because of the power difference. But this is what you're going to have to make those decisions, right? If you're going to have a Whis on your team, because you can do that auto-dodging, or an Ultra Instinct Goku, if you're going to have someone that strong on your team, or even just a max-powered Jiren or something like that, is it worth the sacrifice of only having 1 other character on your team? Maybe 2? Or would you rather have a team that's maybe a little bit weaker guys, but you get 5 of them? Like, maybe, yeah, Jirobe's going to be a sleeping meta in this, you know? Having those Senzu beans to be able to get that extra energy bar back. So we see Goldo go down right away. This is always fun to see. Battles, how it's going to look when people are trying to charge up. Do you let them charge up? Do you try and shoot beams at them to interrupt their charging? Now we're seeing them transform. We're getting Vegito going into Super Saiyan here. He's got 3 full bars of health. You can see the bars of the health in the corners here. So there's 3 bars apiece right now. But again, you've got 2 versus 4 remaining. So which one is this? Is this Birder? Can't remember the names of all the Ginyu Force. I know we had Goldo going. So he de-transformed. I don't know if that was intentional or why you would de-transform. Because you're wasting skill points doing this kind of stuff. So I don't know what the benefit would be to de-transform out of Super Saiyan. I don't know if that was possibly by accident or maybe to show off a different super or ultimate kind of thing, maybe. But either way, here we go. We're getting to see, I think this is an ultimate. With this long animation, it's got to be an ultimate. Will he hit it? Oh, nice. We're getting to see the World Tournament. We get to see all the fans rushing out of the arena before the big explosion hits the stands. That's cool. Does this hit? Oh, that did nail Vegito. Wow, Vegito's down to 1 health bar. 1 and a bit health bars here. Almost 2 health bars. So remember, there's 4 members left on the Ginyu Force. Vegito and Gotenks are just a 2-person team. Oh, is he going to go to blue now? Oh, can you not go from Super Saiyan to blue? Is that maybe why you transformed back to normal, so you could go to blue? We'll have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure you can go from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan Blue. Either way, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. So this is going to be one of the most powerful characters in the game that's active right now. But as you can see, in the right hands, a lowly 3 points Ginyu Force character very much seems to be able to hold their own. So this is going to be really interesting. Now is he able to hit it again? Can't remember if this one's Birder. I can't remember which character. Raccoon? Is this one Raccoon? I think this one's Raccoon. So he just took out Vegito Blue. Super Saiyan Blue is out. There's 4 members left on the Ginyu Force against Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. And this is what I'm talking about. Obviously, once players hone their skills, get a little better, and you might not be able to get hit with just random ultimates like this. Again, the game is fresh. They're new to the game, but this guy's supposed to be really... The guy on the left, I think, that's losing. I think is supposed to be actually really good at the game. You saw him kind of dodge a couple of those beams. The energy blast spams. Oh, a nice counter there. And is he going to hit it? Oh, Gotenks trying to knock him out with some energy blasts from a distance. Oh, but he's still putting in so much damage into Gotenks here. And this is why you're really going to have to balance your teams. Is it worth having one super powerful character on your team? Or is it worth having 5 full sets of health bars? Like, that's a question you're going to be able to answer. Like, are you going to main the Ginyu Force? I guarantee you there's going to be some interesting people out there. There's going to be some streamers, some high-level players that are probably going to main the entire Ginyu Force. Ginyu Force still got 3 characters left, right? Gotenks and Vegito, they only started with 2. They only get the 2 full characters worth of health bars. Ginyu Force has 5. Even if they're doing a little bit less damage, is it really worth it? So for me, I don't know if I'd ever have a fully transformed as far as Super Saiyan goes. I'd probably always have base characters on my team unless I only have enough points where I might as well go with the Super Saiyan character to fill out my team. Because it just, to me, I might as well just transform in game and have at least an extra character on my team. Even if they're a weaker character, like a Chaozu or a Yajirobe or something. Because look at this insanity. There's still 3 characters left on the Ginyu Force. Super Saiyan Gotenks has 1 extra health bar behind this. They both have basically virtually the same health right now, except the Ginyu Force still has 2 characters behind. Oh, he missed that one. But this is what I'm talking about. There's so many health bars you have to be able to deplete. So if you're a strong character, you really need to know what you're doing and really capitalize and really be really good at the game. I honestly think you're putting yourself at a detriment if you're running, say, a team. Like if any character that costs more than 10 points, or even a 10-point character like Beerus, I'd say it's a gamble, man. Unless you're using, like, if you have at least, I think you'd want to have at least 3 characters on your team. Personally. But we'll see here. Master Roshi, the old guy? Yeah, I don't know how many points he's worth. That's the problem, is we don't know yet, babe. We don't know how many points each character is going to be worth yet. I'm assuming the old guy, he'd probably be probably a 2 or 3 point character. Pardon me? Ooh. Oh, the wolf guy. I'm not sure how much Bergamo costs. Bergamo will definitely cost more because he's a strong character. My daughter was wondering how much Bergamo will cost because she likes the wolf character. So, as you can see here, the Ginyu Force still has 2 characters left. They're running low on time, 30 seconds, but look at the health that Super Saiyan level 3 Gotenks has left. It's got nothing. Got nothing. Jace just running around the match. Captain Ginyu still in there. And I mean, if you're running a Ginyu Force team, you could put Captain Ginyu out there early and try and body switch with their strongest character. And if you're able to pull that off, and look at that. See, Ginyu Force still had 2 characters left. And they won. The Ginyu Force takes it down. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we could be seeing a Ginyu Force meta. You might see meta being like 5-person weaker teams. But if you were the Ginyu Force, or even if you have Captain Ginyu on your team, I could easily see a situation where you want to put them out first, and you want to take, well, they have lots of health. You want to get that body switch off as quick as possible if you can. Steal the Vegito, or the Gogeta, or the Beerus, or whatever their strong characters, their Brolly, their Jiren, whatever strong character they have, steal their body, do the body snatch, and then switch them out right away So they can't just steal the body back. All they can do is steal a Ginyu Force body back, and then you eventually get rid of their Captain Ginyu, and then you're just laughing because then you still have a tank on your side, and they're stuck with a Captain Ginyu. That's why I'm thinking Captain Ginyu might be 4 points, and like Goldo or Jace or one of the other characters is only worth 2 to be able to make that 15-point team for the 5 of them. But I think there's definitely a strategy to be had there, having a Captain Ginyu on your team just for that, right? Is there any more gameplay we get to see here? Throw that in the background. So yeah, so you got teams of the Saibamen. Let's see, what was the teams they started out with here? Does it show us? Okay, so more point values for you to get an idea here. We have a base form Brolly, we have a base form adult Gohan, and we have the Dabura on the other team. This to me, very strong looking team. This to me, because both of these can transform. Obviously, Brolly to be fully transformed is going to be one of the strongest characters in the game. And you still get Dabura on your team, who I think is very strong, and a Super Saiyan Gohan that obviously, or a Gohan that can transform. That's incredible. Now we've got already fully transformed Ultra Instinct Goku over here. We don't know the point value on that yet. It doesn't tell us. We can't do closed captions on this one to see if we can see that point value. But knowing that you have that, I'm going to guess minimum 10, maybe 11 points on this Ultra. If fully Ultra Instinct, maybe even 12 points. But I'm going to guess 10, maybe 11. Because you got to imagine Dr. Gero, android form. Gotta be, I mean, if base Vegeta is 5 points, I would assume he would be 2, but I can't imagine Ultra Instinct Goku is less than Beerus, right? He can't be less than Beerus and be at 9 points. So Dr. Gero being 4 points, Ultra Instinct Goku, fully evolved Ultra Instinct Goku being the same points as Beerus at 10, and then a Saibaman being 1 point. I could see that. Otherwise, if he's 11, then Gero at minimum is, I guess, 3 points. But you're saying he's only as powerful as a Ginyu Force member? Interesting. And then you get the Saibaman. I have to imagine that the Saibaman is only 1 point. But this gives you an idea right here. Fully transformed to Ultra Instinct Goku, I would assume would be more than 10 points, more than Beerus. But maybe he's on the same level as Beerus, so fine, 10 points. But fully transformed, does that mean Whis is also only 10 points, or is Whis 11 points? Is Whis the only character that's 11 points? Right? Like God of Destruction, is that power the same as a fully transformed Jiren? Or is fully transformed Jiren 9 points? These are the questions I have right now. But this is fun. To me, the team on the left, you've got Dabura, Gohan, and Brolly, I think is the superior team. But I don't know how strong Ultra Instinct Goku is. So we'll take a look at this and find out how this battle goes. So the Saibamen here not getting ripped apart as quickly as we might expect here. Still got 2 full health bars here, taking good damage. He's got 4 skill points, just used 2 of them, don't know what he did there. Gohan's now transforming. He has multiple transformations, as we can see there. Transformed in Super Saiyan here. We've got a sparking Saibaman here. Oh, and he's going for, he went for something, but I don't think that was his ultimate. I think that was super. Both charging up. But as you can see, the Saibamen, especially if this is the weakest character in the game, like if this is a 1-point character, that's all I can get out of the 15-point scoring system, like point system, and seeing an Ultra Instinct fully transformed Goku and a Dr. Gero on the team. I can't see the Saibamen being more than 1 point. I can't. Right? So Saibamen doing just fine. Gohan here. Looks like was that Super Saiyan 2 that he just transformed into? But the Saibaman is holding his own. Staying alive out there. Doing his job. Chipping away some damage. Oh, and they're having a clash. They're having a clash. This is hilarious. The Saibamen win. Amazing. Oh, couldn't transform. He's trying to go into sparking it. Saibaman's back in sparking. Is he going to be able to hit it? Is he going to be able to transform? Is he going to transform? And the Saibaman is down. But I think he did a great job. He did his job. Did what he needed to do. Dr. Gero here. As you can see, 3 full health bars. What we're really waiting to see is Brolly versus Ultra Instinct Goku, right? So Dr. Gero. Gohan 4 hits, does about 1438 to him. Energy blast there. Oh, and that's another thing. Androids cannot charge ki. That is another thing. So he's not gaining ki right now. He used some there. He's gaining it while he's not doing anything. But he didn't seem to be gaining any while he was moving. Did he get hit? It doesn't look like he got hit. So he's gaining ki, but not while he's knocked back. Not while he's being hit. He does have an auto-generate of ki, which regular characters don't have, but it seems to be really slow. So I feel like the androids are at a little bit of a disadvantage there. Just at the rate of how fast you can charge ki, especially after a knockback. So Dabura's was charging at a good rate. Dr. Gero's is charging really slowly here. That's what I'm really noticing the most. Is seeing the androids ki charge because they do not have the option to charge ki to go into sparking and stuff. So Dr. Gero hits here. As he's attacking though, it is going up at a decent rate. But see, even flying and stuff for the androids does cost them ki. Now my question is, do the supers cost them ki like they have to, right? I really want to. I want them to see them stay on Dr. Gero's perspective. Because I want to see what's costing him ki. So ki blasts are taking down his ki bar, yeah. Even just the basic ones. So the supers obviously would be. Looks like he did some power-ups. Dabura takes him down. And you see some of these matches are really, really long. Like a lot of them go into time. I'd imagine 5v5 battles will often be going to time. I think the time limit's about 8 minutes or so. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what I noticed from prior matches. Okay, so we got to switch out. We switched Dabura out before he died. So now we've got Vegeta against Dr. Gero. Oh, Dr. Gero beaten down on Brolly here. 6,600 damage. Brolly not looking like he's doing much more damage with his combos here. I'm really surprised by this. And this is what I'm saying. How is it balanced? Like, your favorite characters might cost a lot, but it might not be worth it. It might be worth having a strong team of 5. Like, I'm really surprised by the lower tier characters. Like, they are not just melting away like butter. They're not having massively smaller health bars. I'm guessing it's going to be character specific and what their strengths are and defense skills and HP and everything else and key strengths and ultimate attacks, all that kind of stuff. But Dr. Gero, again, doing his job, hanging in there against their strongest character, taking some key bars away from Brolly, or some bars away from Brolly. Finally goes down. So now we get the matchup we want to see. We've got Super Saiyan Brolly. We don't have Ultimate form yet. Is he going to transform? He's going sparking, though. We've got UI Goku already transformed. So I believe if Goku doesn't press any buttons, he'll auto-dodge attacks as well as ki blasts. Not supers or ultimates, though. But it will drain his ki bar. Here we go. We've got an ultimate from Brolly. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, so one thing I'll notice, Ultra Instinct Goku has more health bars. It's a very huge health bar. So you can see he's got 4 full bars still, even after eating that ultimate. So that is one thing. He's got a massive health bar. So we're pulling Gohan back out, letting Brolly take a little bit of rest. I do believe you get health back slowly as you are going through. You get a little bit of health bars back. as you've like once you've if you trade out characters before they die, I do believe you get a portion of your health back as the other members are out of the fight. Okay, so this is going to time here. We've got 3 seconds left. 2, 1, a nice counter from Ultra Instinct Goku. Are his health bars enough? They were not. So there you go. Having those extra characters on the team for those extra health bars, I'm telling you, there you go. Brolly and Gohan being alive was enough for them to win. So this is really where I'm coming into my closing thoughts here of it might be more valuable to have more players on your team. So, dubious ones, like I think that's pretty telling. Tells us a lot about this game. I don't know what you were thinking for your team, what you were planning on having as your mainstay for teams. But I think they put a fork in the road on my teams because I don't think I'm going to be able to have Jiren hit as well as a Trunks and a future Gohan on one team. I just don't think I'll have the points for it because I feel like Jiren will take up too many points. I could maybe do hit future Trunks and future Gohan and maybe still have a point or two left, so we'll have to see. But let me know in the comments down below, what teams were you planning on building, and just seeing based on the point differentials of different characters, what do you think? Do we have enough points? Like, some of these characters, a fully Super Saiyan transformed or Super Saiyan Blue already, or your your Gotenks, your Gogitas, your Vegitos, they're going to cost a lot. Same with your Jirens. I imagine Jiren is going to cost almost as much as a Beerus, and we already know Beerus cost 10. So what, is Jiren going to be a 9 or maybe an 8? So how are you going to balance your teams? Are you going to have a lot of characters that you didn't think of before on your team now? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And dubious ones, I will catch you all in the next one. Deuces.
Make way for Mr.